There are three overall goals for this project. The first is that Mount Vernon wanted to have a repository for all of Washington's original books, which we will see in a minute in the Rare Book Suite. The second thing is that we recognized that we needed to have a conference center where we could have a facility that we could teach groups about Washington's leadership as to how it applies to today's world. And then the third item, we needed some office space, basically, for all of our research staff. And so that included both the research staff ourselves and then a very active fellowship program. And it was completely forest at the time before the project started, but we had determined, we did about a year and a half of archaeology because we wanted to determine the age of the trees to make sure nothing was original to Washington's day. And we are a private, nonprofit organization, and we're very proud to say that we've never taken a penny of government money. So there's no government, your taxpayer dollars did not pay for any of this.
If you look at here, you see the difference in here. The material that was chosen here is mahogany. African mahogany, to be sure, because African mahogany is the only wood that has been tested that it's not harmful to historic, and books and paper.
Up because this building is also the deepest building in Washington, D.C., and it is 8 floors down under the ground. So there wasn't any system, sheeting and shoring system that could support the dirt. And the other side is Pepco building. They couldn't put tiebacks and stuff. So because of those limitations that they had, they decided to go top down. So basically, when we got here, you have all these openings, which is everywhere for escalators and for stairs and for elevators. We end up to bring some huge beam, put both sides of this, and then expand it with another beam on top of that. And then if you look from here, that's exactly you are standing in this picture, look. Over there is those scaffold that you are seeing. The scaffold go on top of that. So basically, we got to expand this opening. And these columns that you see, all these columns, the next row of the columns, there is no column underneath. They are the load transfer to a transfer girder. So every floors we are checking these. There is a column on top of the metal girder beam, and there is a hole on the bottom that we could jack and jack it up. So as we go up, if it comes, the building settle a 1/4 inch, we jack it up a 1/4 inch. So we jack the columns up to get it to the right elevation, and then we continued with that. Another challenge was this edge of slabs that you see this from the floor to below, both sides. They are 6 foot in. So that is, we got to tie the beams, the floors, and get this one coming up. To get these framed up, put some steel beams, and tie them down to the floor, extend them out to get the scaffold going for this one. And of course, all of them was challenged after the building is built to pull this stuff out, get it out of here. This side of the, 3 sides of this building, that side, this side, and that side, a slab, we built it like a hinge. So that slab, the rebar was like a hinge, and everything is like a hinge to build it up. So when you jack up the column, it come up, the rest of the slab doesn't crack. Well, here, because they wanted this ballroom, huge ballroom, they couldn't have any columns here. So what they have, the columns is all the way at the end of the two sides of the building, and very huge transfer girders transfer the load of the building on those columns.